Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 13, 9, and 7. So today I just wanted to give an update on how things are going in September. Just like to try to do these each month, and so I'm going to give you an update of some of the things that we've done, and then I'll go through some just different curriculum and how things are going for each grade. So we've had doctor's appointments, we've had sickness, we have had, my oldest has missed a couple days because of sickness, but also she is going to public school if you didn't know that already. She also had a little bit of a scare at school. There was maybe a possible threat. Nothing ever came from it, but she was nervous, so we did keep her home an additional day. That is totally weird to us and strange and foreign because we've been homeschooling. And so it did cause her to really consider and think about oh, this is scary. My mom and dad aren't with me now. And if something happens, I would be away from them and stuff. So she has had some thoughts a little bit of do I want to go back to homeschooling? But at this point, we are not pursuing that. We're just having her move forward. She is doing great with her grades. She is making great friends and just really getting involved. She is in a play with the school. She didn't get a part that she really wanted necessarily, and so her practices are a little less. So then she decided to try out for another community play. So I have her and then my middle daughter in another community play that'll be at Christmas time. They meet weekly. Her other play for school will be in October, so we have that. And then we have had, my middle daughter has also had soccer every week, twice a week. She's had practices, and then usually on the weekends she has games. They've done really well. She has grown in her soccer skills. My 2 younger ones are doing piano, and they've had a few weeks break, but then our piano teacher has come back after having a baby and is doing lessons here and there, so they have started back up with those. We have gone to a farm for a field trip that is local, and it had some really fun exotic animals like a coatimundi, water buffalo, some kangaroos, a zedonk or a zonkey, they don't know which one it is, emus. It was so much fun. There was a camel there. It was a fun little thing. My middle wants to have her birthday party there now. They have done co-op classes every other week on Fridays. They have an animal class, and they've enjoyed that. It's only for a few more weeks. And then we've just gone to birthday parties, and we also went to this local amusement park that my kids love. It's really tiny and doesn't have very many rides, but when we go each year, it's for my father-in-law's work. They rent it out, and they just think it's the greatest thing because you can get free cotton candy, free drinks, free ice cream and things, so they just think that's the best. So we did that this month as well. So on top of that, those are the extras, and Thursdays are kind of crazy because I've also added in Grief Share with our church is hosting it. And so I am one of the leaders there because I have done it before and I really thought it was a great program. If you are in need of some grief help, if you're grieving at this point of your life, I definitely recommend checking out Grief Share and seeing if there's anywhere local that hosts it. It is a great, excellent program. And so I'm doing that on Thursday nights. And while that is our crazy night, theater lessons, practices each week, and then my daughter has had soccer as well. So my mom has been the taxi service, and I feel so bad. But thankfully I do have some weeks off where I can help out there so she doesn't have to do it all. So moving on into homeschooling, so our family subjects, I had to kind of adjust our schedule a little bit. It's going well and it helps me, but then also I wanted to take out some things or adjust things, condense things, because I just didn't want it to go too long. So we did take out the poetry book. Poetry just isn't our fun thing, and we just weren't loving it. So we took that out. I condensed some different things, and then we've changed out the master books, their living art lessons. it just wasn't for us. I've had it for years and I keep wanting to try it. And I was like, oh, this will be good. My youngest was kind of enjoying it, but my middle was like, this is torture, like to learn how to draw a line, seriously. And I know it will get better, but I was like, I just don't know if we have the patience. So we are going to do Evan Moore art lessons that I've had for years as well. And we're going to do that on Fridays here and there. So we've kind of just adjusted that. Then moving into 4th grade, her reading did get the Christian Light Education Level 4 reading. Now this was kind of a last minute decision. I was like, oh, I've heard so many great things about this, and it is a great program. But we started it and I realized that my middle daughter was just like struggling because she was not used to like all the independent work, like reading through the story and just all the independence, because we came from all about reading and now it's like, oh, now I'm just expected to do all this. So I've just tabled it for now. And I have gone back to the Mazdas Press, which I had, what I got is the textbook. So I got that, but then I also bought, on a whim, Hearth and Story. There's a level 4 reading, like a novel unit. Hearth and Story has created levels 5 and 6 complete curriculum for language arts. And I have purchased one novel unit for like level 5, I think. But I was like, I'm going to try out this level 4. She just created it. And the book is about the 90s and Y2K and stuff. And so I was like, oh, I would love to read this with her. So I decided that's what we're working on right now for literature, for reading. I want us to read together. We have found the book on Hoopla. So she gets her iPad and I have mine and we read it together. We're going through the questions and different things. The guide is great, and it even has like a 90s dictionary that she's created, so I just really like it so far, and I'm really happy we have switched to that. And I'm actually looking into Hearth and Story for next year for language arts, so we'll see. I think that's my plan as of right now though, so spoiler alert. And then for writing, so we are using Write Shop, and that is going great. It's very teacher intensive and it takes a long time to go through the lessons. So I'm just kind of dragging it out. I'm not in any hurry. I want it to be fun, a fun process. And she's going through Apologia math just fine. I am so thankful I've started doing mathematical reasoning with her, that she does that kind of independently and then can move into her math lesson with Apologia. So I'm really thankful for that. And then I've also started her on typing. She hasn't done very many lessons, but just a few, and she's enjoyed it for the most part, but then sometimes she gets like frustrated. I've tried to drill into her that I would rather you get the letters right when you're typing instead of going fast. The fast will come. So she gets kind of flustered if she gets too many mistakes. So, and then she is also doing Science Mom, the Earth Science. It's free. The videos are kind of long, so I break those up. Usually we're doing like one video a week. We're not doing a ton. They do have experiments, so we do try to do those if possible. She loves those. The notebook is good. It's a little bit intense with some of the things you're learning, but she's doing really well with it, and she kind of likes it. Earth science isn't her favorite thing, but I think she's definitely learning. So it's kind of fun to see the things click in her head. So then moving on to my first grader, she is using core knowledge science and miniature mastermind science, and it's okay, but I need to really dig into core knowledge, I think, a little more and get really familiar with it. I think that's why I'm hesitant about it. She's almost done with her Apologia math level 1. She's going to move into level 2. We have that ready. But she is doing really well with it. She just books it along with the math. She gets it. And then reading phonics, that has been our hard thing to do. So last year we were using All About Reading, kind of came to a standstill, and we switched to Logic of English, and I think that's gone really well. It really focuses on the sounds of letters and like blends. So we are working on that, and she's doing well. Then of course, things like oh, is this better? Is this, so she has been using Explode the Code, and I'm really focusing more on Explode the Code as well, like kind of making an emphasis on it. And I really think that that's helping a lot this year. So I found another curriculum that's new and pretty, or I don't know if it's that new, but it is Treasure Hunt Reading. And so I was like, oh, this is free videos through every lesson, and then free workbook you can get, or you can get it on Amazon. And I was like, oh, that's so fun. And like the video, she goes through the worksheets, she goes through the sounds and teaches a lesson. So I started this a little bit with her, but where I started her at, she was like, I already know this. And so it wasn't advanced enough. I probably will actually move her into this level 2 when maybe we start level B for Logic of English. I don't know exactly. I might try to match it up a little bit. But for now, we're just kind of here and there going through worksheets, having her read some of it, trying to make sure she's good. I have also asked our public virtual school to kind of do an assessment to check and make sure I'm on track with her. I just feel like we're a little behind, but of course we're not behind a lot. But eventually, like next year in 2nd grade, she's going to have to do some testing for reading. And so I just want to make sure we're on track to get her where she needs to be, and not holding her back. I'm worried that I'm holding her back, and I don't want to like restart her at the same spot every time, but I want to move her forward and keep progressing. So we're just working on it. I know I'm not the only one that just second guesses if I'm doing things right. So just know you are not alone. We all feel this way. So that is pretty much how our September is going. It's pretty busy. I'm hoping October is slowed down a little bit. My oldest has a fall break, so I'm looking forward to some relaxation. We might take a fall break as well. I don't always, but I'm like, may as well. The other child's gonna be home too, so I want them to enjoy each other and play together and things too. So I'm looking forward to that break. So let me know how your September went and what you're looking forward to in October. I hope you have a great day. Bye.